Go. So, what's good, everybody? We are back again for another episode of Spotlight. Yeah, we're just gonna call it Spotlight. This is Spotlight where you meet every single member of the BCU or DBK Productions, and one of the people that I'm here with, I'm gonna allow him to introduce himself. But before I do, this guy has been in episode one, two, and three of the Blickinson, while also making appearances in skits that we have made as well. So yeah, introduce yourself, man.
What's happening, guys? My name is George. I also go by Jeff, and I've been acting for over 10 years. And I make social media content on Asian food, and just to let everyone know what's up.
Yep, yeah. George has been acting for a while. The bro was in Wicked,
Yeah,
so
but yeah,
that's a massive
yeah,
flex. That's a
nah,
massive flex.
yeah, little cameo, nothing crazy.
No, but yeah. So what got you into acting, man? Like why acting? Out of all the professions you can do, obviously you got the influence and stuff with the food pages. I see you on on pages. Well, there was this one food place I saw you. It was Shrimp Shack. I saw you on Shrimp Shack's page and all that stuff. So you've been doing well in that aspect. But what drew you to acting?
So I found acting because sorry, I found acting by literally navigating my way through subjects at school and just trying to find that one thing that could get passionate about and really discover like myself at because I was often navigated by other people's opinions and about what I should do or what they think would bring the best out of me. So taking control of my life from that point was very new and scary to me because obviously having been used to being guided, it was the first step into development, I would say, for myself in challenging myself to do acting. Because for anybody who hasn't even done acting, it's very intimidating for them. People underestimate the whole thing of going on stage performing. It's not easy. And for those who like to kind of dig at the industry and be like, it's not a real job. I urge anybody to try and go on stage and do a monologue, do a Shakespearean play, or try and do a deep character analysis, break it down, try and find ways to connect and relate. It's not easy, and storytelling is why I fell in love with it because I've spent a lot of my time learning, improving, not just as a performer, but as a person too. Acting has allowed me to become more comfortable, not just within myself, but to also help other people too in sort of find passion and love for creative um, passions and desires. Because I mean, I'm only really speaking from a personal level, but Asian representation within the creative industry is very important to me. And that unfortunately has a barrier on its own because due to stereotypes, how media portrays us.
Typecasting.
So, yeah, exactly. So, I want to break that wall. I want to be able to help other people within my space, within the same, who share the same skin as me, who have similar experiences to me, but to also just encourage other people who are also want to break a leg into the industry. So I just want to be that guy to no, sorry, let me rephrase. I want to lend a hand when I can and just do my best.
Yeah, man. That's all you can do. Like at the end of the day, acting is one of those things that can inspire a lot of people. That takes a lot of people out of their comfort zone. Like if there's an industry that takes you out of your comfort
Mm.
zone, acting, because there's different types of roles, different types of characters, different types of movies, different types of portrayals, different types of acting, on-screen acting, stage plays. There's different types of levels to doing that. And one thing I would say that with me, doing all this stuff. The whole point of it not only is to give people opportunity that's up and coming, it's to allow people to brush on skills that they would have never had before. Because at the end of the day, for me, what it's all about is about helping people elevate to the next level. That's why I always tell people, even though you're working in the Blick incident or whatever other projects, man, keep on doing other stuff. Keep on creating your personality. Keep on building and keep on putting yourself in a position where you can improve. Because here in this space, in this channel, or in this team, you will get the opportunity to do something that you probably may not be able to do before. Like you said, typecasting. Asian people's always the smart dude. There's always the side role. But now you're playing a character that is a very big role in the Blick incident. It's funny because um, it's funny because initially, because I was actually telling this to Danny, and I said I'll bring it up to you. Initially, remember the first shoot, how we had two people that were meant to play Demetrius ahead of you, and then both of them didn't turn up, and then you ended up playing it, and then it ended up being the best decision that we did going forward. And it actually had a positive impact in terms of rewriting episode 2, because before I met you, I already ripped episode 1, 2, and 3. Episode 1 is the only script that remained the same. Episode 2 changed, and episode 3 had to change based off episode 2. But but yeah, that's very inspiring. Do you have
That's
any
insane.
what'd you say?
That's insane.
Yeah.
I won't know. I didn't know that.
No, but
I'm not
because
gonna lie. I didn't know.
no, because what happened was um when I first met you, I didn't know. After our conversation, I was like, I'm gonna give this guy a big role. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give you a big role. And then what ended up happening was the Demetrius role kind of just opened up. You were there, and then your portrayal of the character was pretty smooth, and a lot of people that watch it actually like your portrayal of it. And a lot of people actually liked your acting of it as well. Like I was still talking to one of my friends. He said he liked the way you went about doing things in terms of portraying that character. So credit to you for that, and credit to you for having good on-stage chemistry with B and all of the rest of the cast. A lot of people would have thought that we have all known each other for, obviously me and you have known each other for years now. It's been like 3 years, but with everybody else
He would have
watching,
known. Yeah, yeah.
you would have
He
thought
would
that.
have. Yeah, sorry.
Nah,
Sorry,
that's what
sorry,
I was
sorry,
saying.
sorry. sorry. Go.
No, I was just saying you wouldn't have known that that was the case. With how the chemistry and how tight knit the group is, with everybody
Mm.
having similar goals and similar aims to progress. And with this, it's just onwards and upwards in terms of how we're gonna deliver and how we're gonna produce certain things. One question I want to ask is, do you have any
Go on, man.
standout inspirations in terms of actors?
Okay. In terms of actors, God, these are just one of those things where these sort of things just sort of just come in and out of your head. I can let me have a look. There are definitely some actors I like. For example, I like actors like Simu Liu, who obviously Shang-Chi. I like actors as well, like Tom Holland, for example, because of his background and
Mm-hmm.
how versatile he is, how many boxes he could, how many skills he has. Like this guy was Billy Elliot. A lot of people forget that this guy was in musical theatre,
Mm-hmm.
and now this guy's Spider Man. Like,
Yep,
can you
it's crazy.
believe it? Like, honestly, this is why like it's always good to get yourself out there, try many different things, and these opportunities will find its way to you. I mean, obviously, like I'm no Spider Man, but I do a bit of boxing, So
Yep.
I've also had a bit of experience doing like things like stage wrestling, all of that stuff, WWE kind of stuff, and yeah, it's always good to because I like, would say I can always watch more movies. I can always watch more TV because there are some days where sometimes I do switch off from that kind of stuff um, to allow myself to do other things. Because obviously, when I'm doing social media stuff, that stuff can really take your time out. So sometimes I barely have any time to sort of even dive into these series that some of these people are watching nowadays. So yeah, Tom Holland, Theo James. I'm not sure if I mentioned him,
Nah, I don't think you
but
did.
Yeah, Theo James is pretty cool. I shook his hand, so you know what I
Oh yeah,
mean.
speaking
So
of people
big up fish.
I met Andy Cole today.
Huh?
Yeah,
No
I met
way.
Andy Cole today.
What? That's so. What?
No,
That's so random.
no,
And
I was on the train. I was on the train, and I was like, wait, that guy looks like Andy Cole. I went up to him, I was like, you Andy Cole? I was like, yeah, that's me. And he looked at me like, please do not ask for a picture. Please, I'm just trying to relax. Bro just drank his Lucozade, and the person next to me was like, yeah, I was standing next to him. I thought that was him as well. I was like, damn, Andy Cole, man, big treble winner, like like a true goal scorer. That shit caught me off guard. So meeting famous people
mm,
is always fun. Uh, but yeah, one other question I would like to ask before I forget
oh my
is
god.
I'm not even gonna really forget, but let me just ask this question. So when I first messaged you on backstage, what was your initial impression of the idea of being a part of the Blick incident? Because keep in mind, I did not have a single episode to show. All I had was an idea, and one of the things that I was thankful for, and was the fact that it's easy to join us now because there's episodes, you can see what we're doing, but it's very hard to join based off an idea without seeing anything, not one single trailer, clip, nothing. You just went off the fact that I can hit you up and go, this is what I'm trying to do.
Mm. So okay. Well, I'll be. Well, look. I'll try and not waffle on about this, but you do bring up a good point actually. Um, I feel like for anybody that's ever going to step into this kind of industry, like especially if you're new, I'm someone that doesn't ever discriminate experience. I feel like for someone like me can always benefit from being on any kind of shoot or being on set or whatever kind of excuse I have to be, out of the house doing creative stuff. If there's a chance, if I'm free and if I'm available, if I know I'm able to do something and if I feel like I have something to offer, then you know why not? And yeah, of course, when you don't have you don't have anything to sort of show off from what you've done before. I get it. Like sometimes I've been in that position before, and you're kind of just relying on your words,
Yep.
really. But um, when we were speaking, I did feel like I did. I could almost hear your. I could almost hear your passion, not even just through your words, but there was just a vibe I got, which was like, this can really go somewhere. Because anything that you do, I mean, and I'm sure you know this more than anybody else, but anything you do is going to require a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of sacrifices. And from my entire time I've known you, you've you put a continuous amount of work in this, putting your heart and soul in it, jeopardizing your sleep for this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like people would take that for granted.
Yep.
Like it's not like these things can really take a toll on us.
Hmm.
So honestly, man, like if you're asking me about what my first impression was, I saw someone with the same similar mindset to me, same work drive as me, same passions almost, and we could connect to each other on a level where we can really make something big, something work, and um, things like this, as you mentioned, of having that chemistry together, like with the cast, with the crew, it's exactly why I love doing this.
Yep.
I have made so many close friends through this space, through this industry, and I'll never ever take that for granted. And I don't think anyone should too,
Hmm.
because yeah, people are look, people are more than able to navigate their way through the industry by their own terms. But for me personally, any connection, any friend I make, like I'll always cherish that, honestly. And it goes no different to the Blick incident for sure.
Yeah. Like everybody knows that that when it comes to creating a project, you got give something for someone to believe in, whether it's through your words or whether it's through what you've already done. And as far as um, the best way I can describe it, yeah, is You and I'm gonna do basketball term. I'm gonna do a football term.
Go on.
It is like you run and Simi. You're like the uh you're like what John Terry, Lampard, and Drogba was, and Chet was to Chelsea, the spine, and
Ooh.
the basketball term would be um what Draymond Green is to the Warriors in terms of when they're at their peak success, the spine, the heartbeat, the person that keeps everything together. Because one of the biggest things that I got to credit you guys on is you guys are there for everything else outside of the Blick incident. So outside of the Blick incident, you're there for the skits, you're there for the shorts, you're there for the short form content, you're there for all of those extra stuff that we do. And filming with you guys is always fun. Like I didn't think
Mhm.
filming could be more fun than it already was, but it got even more fun because of the fact that we are filming in a different location, filming in a different place, filming a different project, different ideas. So having you on board not only helped me a lot because like at the time, and even still to this now, I'm very new to acting. I haven't gone to no school, haven't had
Mm.
a background in it. My background was making videos on anime games that I grew up and talking about series, and obviously playing football
Mm.
for semi-pro teams and having professional tryouts and stuff. That's my background. So when it came down to acting, it was one of those things that where it was learning on the job and understanding what type of characters I wanted to portray. Stuff that
Yeah.
inspired me, rewatching stuff like Naruto, rewatching series like Daredevil, The Boys, The Dark Knight, all of those stuff that I knew that would inspire me to do certain things in terms of the episode. So, yeah, that's really
Mm.
important to me in terms of going there. So the question I have for you
Yeah.
is so now everybody knows now you played Demetrius. Demetrius has been in episode 1, 2,
Yeah.
and 3. And one thing I want to ask you is this: what's your favorite? What's your favorite part? Or what's your favorite moment in the Blickers in it so far? And you can't include
So
anything from episode 3, of course, because no one's
yeah,
seen it yet.
obviously we can't spoil it for the
Yeah.
people. That would just be unfair.
Mhm.
Honestly, the fight scenes, like the fight scenes are great, and honestly, they get better every single time,
Yeah, you
and
see this
it's
one,
just
but
a
this
joy.
episode is crazy.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is
I mean,
crazy.
obviously, I ain't gonna
Yeah.
obviously, like, I ain't gonna say too
Do you
much,
have a
but
favorite fight?
honestly, uh, the the one with um where you know where Sumi like is literally about to get defeated, and he was like, "Come here," and then he was like he cussed his mum or something.
Yeah. Exactly. He said, "Tell your mom that to call me" or something like that. And he said,
Oh
he
my
said,
god!
he said, he said,
Oh
"Fuck you
my
and your
god!
mama." That part was funny, man. But yeah,
Oh my
the
god!
fight scenes, Jordan and them guys did an amazing
Oh my
job
god!
in creating the fight scenes for what it is and whatnot, man. Um,
Oh my days!
so
If you thought that was, oh my
that
days,
was
that was so
hilarious.
funny,
Uh,
bro. When we were filming, obviously without saying too much, but when we were filming episode 3, I thought I was gonna die of laughter.
no. You need to remember episode 1 when I was doing that voice. Timmy.
Oh my god! Oh, you were trying to kill me, bro.
Oh my gosh! It's like
You were
yo
out.
Timmy.
You were out for me, bro. You were trying to kill me. Timmy, you need to
uh,
kill this man. I'm
uh,
like, with the fake
it,
bro, the fake mustache, man,
it's,
never helps.
oh man. Uh, it's funny. At some point, man, I'm gonna get a fake prosthetic beard. I'm trying to figure out how to work that. but they were telling me, I think the person that did that was gonna do the makeup for it was telling me I would have to go. There was a chance I would have to go clean shave, and I said no. I was like, fake
You
beard it
feel
is.
pride in yourself in
I
that
was like,
beard, man.
fake beard it is. I was like, I'm good. Clean shave? Nah, man, you
You,
got it.
you you love your beard, bro. You love
But
your
yeah,
beard, innit?
I have not shaved like clean in like forever. So that's not happening.
Mine though. Clean, 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 clean. If I
it's
get facial hair, man, I will
it's
look like
funny
Steve Aoki,
because
man.
in
I'm not
episode
gonna
one and
do that.
two, your hair was longer in episode one. Your hair was longer in episode two, and then probably in episode three, your hair might be shorter. But episode four, it might be shorter. But
I
but
couldn't tell you, mate. I couldn't tell you.
but
Who
but yeah,
knows?
that we had a lot of great moments. One thing I would like to ask you. So when you first saw the production for episode one and two, was there anything that surprised
Hmm.
you? Like when you saw the episode, was anything go, oh shit, I did not expect this. Like the whole, it could be within the episode, or it could be the filming process. So it could be like a location we went to, or it could be something that you saw in the final version, or even the trailers as well.
What surprised me? Honestly, there wasn't. I'll be so honest. I mean, usually there are a couple of times where I am taken aback. I am surprised. Honestly, it's not hard to have me flabbergasted with certain things, as I'm sure you know already. But with this question, I'm not gonna lie to you. There wasn't anything that surprised me because everything that I imagined it to go kind of did. Everything that I kind of thought would happen. I knew like within the start, like we both knew that this was going to be something that will be learning as we go. But but I feel like by us doing that, doing things that way, or more so you doing things that way, you didn't put too much pressure on yourself to get everything right straight away. And within time, we've managed to get this far and get better every single time, which is always my main takeaway from this.
Hmm.
Um, I knew, look, nothing's going to be perfect. Nothing's always going to be solid, but we can only do our best. And I would say, I would say, yeah, pretty much. I thought this was going to go smoothly, and um, yeah, there was no um, expectation that surpassed because I knew we were always going to be okay. And I was, yeah, and I'm very glad. I'm very glad I've been proven right.
Hey man, I'm glad to reach that expectation. One thing I would say is everything, like in terms of some stuff did surprise me because at the end of the day, I'm one of those people that I'm very cautious with when we're doing things. Obviously, things seem great, but I don't know how things gonna look when everything gets put together. And
Mm.
seeing how things are getting put together for episode three, I'm like, damn, this is the best episode so far. Episode two, I was like, damn, this is the best episode so far.
Mhm.
Episode one, I was like, we are onto something. So it's very
Mm.
interesting seeing the process of how everything gets put together, and obviously,
Yeah.
the trailer literally shows nothing. It don't show any of the edits. It don't show anything that people would expect, and it hides a lot of good things that a lot of people would like and appreciate about the episode. And as far as the next question, I'm gonna combine these two questions together because I feel like you can answer both. This okay. So first question is, what
Mm.
genre is your favorite genre to act in, and what genre would you really like to act in that you haven't already acted in?
You're gonna think I'm doing some trick answer thing, but I'm really not. Like, I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. Actually, no, that's a bit harsh. I'm going to, okay, there's no other way of phrasing it. The way I'm gonna answer this, listen, as an actor, I, as I mentioned before, I don't discriminate experience. I feel like as an actor, as a performer, it's good to be versatile. It's good to be able to fit in all kinds of genres. It's good to try and relate to different themes, different ideas, different ideologies, and to be able to understand and connect with the whole. concept ideas with different, themes, and how you're going to tell that particular story. Because like it's the same kind of thing with theatre and screen, where like for example in theatre you learn to project, you learn to be open, you learn how to move properly, navigate yourself around the space. With screen, you don't have to necessarily worry about projection because you would have microphones, but you would have to think about things like positioning, angles, continuity. There's many different things to think about. So I know in a way I'm not really answering your question, but um, for my entire time as being an actor, I just want to be good at what I do and not necessarily focus on what genre or what particular one I want to be in, because I take any acting gig as I would treat any other acting gig. It's my responsibility to be able to tell a story, add my personal take, and be able to inspire and get people touched and to give something for people to think about, because um, I want to be able to have that impact. And to be able to connect with people, you also got to be able to understand, relate to them. So there's that as well. Um, so I think for me, I don't have any kind of genre that I would prefer to be in. But simply because I just want to be good, and I just want to be good in as many things as possible, and just to always improve every time. And that's why I love doing what I love to do, because there's no there's no limit to how much you improve. So yeah, man, I'm a open book when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Okay,
I
that's
rambled
a
on a little bit, but yeah.
no. It's all good. At the end of the day, if you got stuff to say, say. Um, okay. So the next question is, and this is probably the final question because I don't want to make these too long. I want it to be consumable. The final question is this: are you looking forward to? And this is obviously a trick question because I have someone know what you're gonna answer this as. Are you looking forward to future BCU projects such as Vampire Alopa and Legacy of Zeus?
Oh man, I mean, gosh, I'm like literally like now. I am very, very, I am very, very excited. I think excited would be a massive understatement. But I think, you know, if we ever, I mean, if you ever get yourself because we all get it, we all get imposter syndrome, right? But if you ever cast a doubt on yourself for whatever reason, all you have to do is look at how we're doing with the Blick incident. We've literally done everything on the go, on the process. That sound like Ten Hag, but it's the process. Uh, but
Hammering now.
like it, no, 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 that's going to be different. But anyway, uh, 21, bro, title 21. But we um, we have come so far from the Blick incident already, and who knows like how episode 4 is going to be, and I'm excited for that, right?
Hmm.
So imagine how projects will be going forward after this particular one, and
Hmm.
that's really what I'm going to say, man. I'm excited for the journey. I'm
Yeah,
excited
yeah,
for what's
it's
ahead.
exciting, man.
I'm
Because
excited for all of us.
me too. Because I'm just to remind the viewers that are watching this. This episode 3 is the end of phase 1. Obviously, you guys know this is a cinematic universe. We're gonna start telling the story of Vampire Lopa. There's a lot of breadcrumbs I've left out. I've left in terms of characters crossing over, crossover characters making an appearance, which have done in this episode. So it's gonna be a lot for you guys to look forward to see, and yeah, I really hope that you guys are ready for episode 3 and ready for the future products because our team is getting bigger. We got like 20 plus people now. So in terms of these interviews, there's quite a few that I need to go through. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah. Is there any place that people can follow you on?
Yes, yes. So my Instagram, Jaf Jaf .0210. That's my Instagram. and my TikTok is literally the same as my Instagram, but without the dot.
I'll link
So yeah,
both in the description
yeah,
so
and
people can
look,
check that out.
yeah, yeah, of course. Check out my food spots. Um,
You got another,
please also
guys.
check out my food map. Yeah, check out my food map, which will also be coming out very soon. And you guys will never miss a spot that I review or have shown you, and would love to hear your feedback in wherever you go, because food
Life.
is heaven, food is
Yep.
life. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. There you go. There
Yep.
you go.
But yeah, guys, that's
Thank you.
pretty
Thank you.
much it. Like I said, this is one of the OGs of the. Like I said, the only people that probably been in more videos than you is my brother and sister and Simi. Outside of that, you've probably made the most appearances. You've been there from the day one since the BCU started, and is looking forward to seeing you as things progress and as we progress forward. But anyway, guys, I want you guys to like this video, share this video, comment, and subscribe. I'm probably gonna release a clip today so that you guys can have something to just work off and just have something to look at while I finish editing this for the following day. But yeah, man, George, thank you again for
Mhm.
coming on board to this video for this interview, and yeah, hopefully the viewers
No, no.
have known and learned a lot about you as an individual, other than a guy that wears shades in the Blick incident. But anyway,
um, yeah, I know. I'm grateful for you, man. No, I'm grateful.
but
And I thought one more thing
uh,
that I'll say is just in the building.
hey, if you guys don't know, that's what he says after every food, in the beginning of every food video that he makes. But yeah, you guys gotta find that out by liking and following his page. But yeah, guys, I'll catch you later.